Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we are going to be ranking the best shooting guards in NBA 2K25 MyTEAM. Here on this tier list, we got like 46, I believe, of the best shooting guards in the game on this list. And I'm interested to go through and rank them and see where they fall. Pretty thorough list here, but maybe I missed somebody. If I did, let me know in the comment section down below. My apologies if I do miss somebody y'all are interested in. But with that being said, first card on the list is Karl Malone, who I don't love, but in addition to not thinking he's an amazing card, he's also kind of a crappy person. So I don't know, that's an additional reason, and to probably not use the card in general. That being said, B tier, seems fair, probably. I think in terms of the card, his size at 6'9" and switchability is what adds value to the card. So I think I'll go like low B. Carmelo's S tier, he's like the probably third or fourth best shooting guard in the game. Definitely an elite level card. One of the better shooting guards in the game. He's great pretty much across the board, in all honesty. I wouldn't say he has any real significant statistical flaws or anything along those lines. Brandon Ingram, I think I low-key would rather have Brandon Ingram than Karl Malone. I'm going to go Brandon Ingram in B tier. His jumper's nice. He's 6'10". He's not as interior versatile as Karl Malone is, but he's a really good card who's got a great skill set of his own. I think C tier is totally fair for him. Ricky Davis, at this point, to be totally honest, I'm not sure if he's D tier. I'm trying to look at this list. How many guys are on here that are worse than Ricky Davis? The honest answer is there aren't many. I don't even hate him as a card, but I feel like he's one of the worst cards on the list. I'm going to go C because I like the jumper. I think I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. C tier feels fair. He's a good card, but he's not what I would consider a spectacular card. I think C tier is probably the fairest I could do. Now, Jalen Williams, unfortunately for him, is D tier. Undersized at only 6'5", and additionally, just a card who I personally don't think is a special shot creator or, I mean, his jumper is good, but again, this is a pretty loaded list at this point in the year, and I don't personally think he's that amazing. 100 Carmelo. Not as good as his Invincible, but still really good. A tier, one of the better shooting guards in the game for sure. Still moves well, nice release, nice shot, all that type of stuff. Franz has good movement. He's 6'10", good escape, good behind the back, fast jump shot, really good card. He's also A tier. KD's the best shooting guard in the game. He's S tier. That one's kind of a no-brainer. He's extremely good, and I think he's personally definitive best point guard in the, or best shooting guard in the game. Gervin, I don't like Gervin's jumper. And I mean, I personally think that probably knocks. I got a few D tier guys. I'm looking at this list. There aren't many. I think he's one of them, to be totally honest. I don't know. Like, I don't hate Gervin, but I don't love the card either. There's nothing he does like super duper well. And so to me, it's like, yeah, that seems totally reasonable to put him in the D tier. T-Mac, not quite S tier probably anymore, but he's not far off it at all. In fact, I would say he certainly has an argument for S tier still. I'm trying to think if he is, how many S tier guys am I going to have is the real question realistically. I think he's better overall than most of the shooting guards. So we'll go low S. I still think T-Mac's really good. 6'8", great jumper. He's still a very good card. Andrew Wiggins doesn't have enough movement. Defensively, he's good. He's got a nice smooth jumper. He's athletic, but he doesn't have the shot creation to be one of the best shooting guards in the game. Dr. J is probably second or third best shooting guard in the game. He's extremely good. Great movement, pretty much perfect sigs. Great jumper, great size. Does pretty much everything well. I think he is a stud. Gordon Hayward, he's not horrible. I'll go C tier. Jumper's not bad. Defensively, he's pretty good. There's definitely a lot of better shooting guards, but he's not terrible. Clyde, I don't adore the jumper, which is why he's B tier. I don't think he's worse than B though. Does still have really good stats and badges. The jumper's not atrocious. Amen Thompson, similar story. Movement's really nice. Jumper could be a bit better, but he's extremely elite defensively. Still one of the better dark matter shooting guards. Bilal Coulibaly, C tier. Really good for C tier as a 3 and D with a nice jumper, but doesn't do much else besides that. Peja, A tier. 6'10", versatile defender, nice release, solid switchable, versatile card. He's athletic too. Larry Bird, I mean, I think he's high. You know what? I probably have Larry. I think he's S, 6'9". The sigs he's got, I mean, everything except for De'Aaron size up is pretty much De'Aaron dribble style is pretty much perfect. And De'Aaron dribble style, if you just use it for its push cross instead of Garland's burst, is not that much worse. So I think he's S tier. I really think he's a great card. Ron Artest, Not a big, huge Artest guy at this point, to be totally honest. Just in terms of the jumper not being spectacular, he's not going to do a ton off the dribble. I think C tier is fair. Paul George is A tier. Definitely a card that I like, if not particularly like adore, but I definitely think he's good. Jumper's nice, good size, great slasher. Just wish the movement was a little bit better. Bernard King is awesome offensively, but 3-ball rating is a tiny bit low. Defensively, he's good. He's not bad at all. I think you could easily argue A tier. I might even move him up. DeMar DeRozan's jumper is terrible. He's D tier in my opinion. He's really that bad because of his jumper. Brandon Roy's jumper is great, and I like him a little more than Artest, but I don't know if I like him enough to put him above C tier at this point, just because he doesn't have much movement at all. I think I'll go low B, but I think that's probably as high as I could go with him realistically. Jabari Smith, despite only being a pink diamond, I think is probably a little bit better than Brandon Ingram, to be totally honest. He is the best pink diamond shooting guard in the game, and I don't even really think it's all that close. And I think realistically, he is a pretty solidly B tier guy, despite, again, only being at that pink diamond tier. Batum, another bad jump shot shooting guard. At the end of the day, that just doesn't cut it. You can't get away with a bad jump shot at the shooting guard position, and Nick Batum has got one of those, so that puts him in D tier in my opinion. Offensively, I love Nick Young. Defensively, I don't. He's pretty mid on the defensive end of the court. His jumper's nice. He's got a good escape, but he doesn't quite have the dribble style behind the back, stuff like that. I think I'm going to go C tier. Seems realistic. Brandon Miller, he's not as good as the A tier shooting guards, but I think he's as good as the lower tier B tier shooting guards. Good athlete, good defender, good solid, well-rounded card. Not bad. Omri Caspi, 6'9" with a butter jumper, and he's not bad defensively. He doesn't do much off the dribble at all, but I honestly kind of think I'd take him over anybody in D tier. I think he's a pretty solid card. I'll say Aldridge is probably A tier. He's like a bigger, better Karl Malone in a lot of ways. Jumper's probably a little better. Player build's definitely better. He's a couple inches taller. I'd just say he's a better version. Low A tier as well for Vince Carter. I don't think I'd go higher than that because his movement just isn't that great with the Aaron size up and Kobe escape, but he is 100 overall with Patty Mills base, Oscar upper. Same jumper that Chris Webber has. It's a little inconsistent, but it's very fast and pretty good. I don't know where I just dropped Corey Maggette. There we go. He's also B tier. His jumper's nice, defensively solid. He's well-rounded stat and badge-wise. He doesn't have incredible size, but he's a good card. He's definitely B tier. Ron Artest I haven't actually used, but he looks very solid. I mean, his SIGs are pretty much perfect. Stats and badges are great across the board. I don't think his jumper's spectacular still, but I still think he's good enough to be S tier without a unbelievably spectacular jumper. Mike Miller, not bad at all for a dark matter. Nice smooth jumper, 6'8", good defender, not a bad card, super duper solid. Rocco just doesn't give you anything besides defense and some shooting at this point. Doesn't do anything off the dribble. The jumper isn't spectacularly fast. I think he's C tier. Michael Finley's one of the best dark matters. I think he's better than all the B tier guys. Really good card. Movement's solid. Good jump shot. Good defender. Well-rounded. Nice all-around option. Kawhi, same story. Defender with good jump shot. Good behind the back. Not spectacular jumper, but his defense is valuable. He's got a good fade to the right. He's a solid card in A tier. Kawhi, I think Kawhi has to go. You know what? I think we're going to put Kawhi in S, but not with like tons of confidence about doing it. I think he's better than PG. Is he better than T-Mac and Larry? That's debatable. I would say very slightly, probably. Although I don't know. The more I think about it, the more I'm like, I'm not totally sure at all. Honestly, I think my opinion will probably shift on that a few times. I do think Kawhi, though, despite not having a new jumper or a new fade or some of that stuff, is still one of the best shooting guards in the game, and I think he's S tier on his Invincible. Rick Barry, I legitimately think is S tier on his Invincible. I love this card, but no, he doesn't have the movement. Unless I'm going to have Paul George in S tier, I can't have Rick Barry in S tier. You know what? I'm just going to put Paul George in S tier. Make it easier. We're going to have a big S tier here. Paul George, Rick Barry, both go up to S tier. Yeah, that doesn't work either, though. Man, I don't know, dude. Rick Barry's got the shot creation. I think Rick Barry's high A, though, because as a base card, he's missing some defensive badges. I think that's what we're going to do, is we're going to leave it like that. Glenn Rice, another S tier. He's better than most of the all the 100 overall shooting guards, actually. I think he's the best 100 overall shooting guard in the game. Really good card. Very nice release. He's S tier. Jerry Stackhouse is pretty mad at this point. Jumper's not spectacular. The movement isn't elite. I think he's C tier. Klay Thompson is going to go S tier as well. Yeah. 6'6", nice jumper. Great escape. Good movement. I mean, defensively, he's a stud and his jumper's nice. I think he's a solid card. I'd say he's S tier. OG Anunoby is super solid B tier. Good defender, quality jump shot, quality slasher. Really solid, well-rounded card. Buzelis, I don't love the jumper. I'd rather have Jabari Smith. I think Buzelis is C tier. I'm not the biggest fan of him. Gerald Wallace is going to go B tier. He's not bad at all. Super solid pink diamond shooting guard, or Galaxy Opal shooting guard, I should say. Solid, if not spectacular, at the shooting guard position. I think Rudy Gay is S tier. I think he's your second or third best shooting guard in the game. We're right there with KD and Dr. J, and he is a spectacular option as well. So another really, really good card there at the S tier, and I think he is probably your second best shooting guard in the game. And then you got RJ Barrett, who realistically probably also falls into the B tier. I think anyway. I think he's closer to the Corey Maggette, Gerald Wallace, the world that he is to a Franz Wagner, Peja Stojakovic, Rick Barry type of card. So I think this is a pretty accurate list. Y'all may not agree with every part of it, but I did do my best, and I hope y'all did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.